has been hit or miss for them with this roster that they're trying to gel with super fast, right? Sure, you could put a player like Topson into this team, world-class player, world-class lineup. How fast can they make it work, especially in a lower bracket elimination game?
Okay, well, we heard from Entity's coach. What about Tundra and their feeling post-draft?
One last thing, guys. We have been practicing for 2 months, and it's time to just play the fucking game. Honestly, we are really fucking good. If we don't overthink things, just play the fucking game. Do whatever you feel like. Gonna go good.
One thing that's kind of curious to me is that in the past, when we saw Weaver support, people like to be able to run it with physical damage dealing cores. And here, yes, they have the Chaos Knight, but Pugna, Sneyking, really not going to take advantage of the Swarm too well.
No, it's not the best Swarm game, but I mean, Swarm is
Turn
never
around,
bad.
Gabby fighting up against Skiter. Skiter's going to just try and man up and see what he can do here. Runs into the brambles, and that's enough for Gabby to get away. Scot-free with the kill on Skiter, going to Kataomi.
Gonna throw the blood grenade just for harass here.
Well, you can see pretty
the
clearly.
better of this matchup.
Yeah, this matchup is going the way of the Pugna for sure. And Stormstormer,
he's gonna get him here.
Got him on the Swarm, TP away, a desperate one, but the blood grenade again comes through. The extra damage that's required. Topson thanking 9 for finishing what Thompson started.
No way they're kicking 33 out of this lane with a strong support in the Weaver. You know he's going to eventually kick the Nog out as well, even if you wanted to leave him in the one-on-one. And then he just overtakes your jungle, starts clearing through stacks. If you even have any.
Watson does manage to dodge the blast, but he's running into Sneyking. Now the rest of Entity was on their way. Can they bail out their carry here? 9 is going to try and get him with the Inkswell, and that's going to be enough damage. But at the same time, Topson does die, and he was probably worth far more than the Naga Siren was, and they're going to clean house on this one. What a read from Entity.
Gabby shows up at the right place at the right time, and that is a lot of extra XP and gold for Stormstormer who needed it. And then an Ice Blast gets thrown on top, right? I mean, there's a lot of long-range artillery here for Entity to just throw in a core without committing to the fight.
And the anti-healing is a big factor, right? Because they have so many.
Absolutely.
Like there's the Inkswell with the shard later on. Gabby charging forward. He's going to be silenced. He's going to be in trouble. The Sneyking gets the jump, and a beautiful jump at that. 33 close the door on this fight before it even begins. Yeah, Gabby and Kataomi are probably going to be run down as well. At least one. 33 with a third number there. Triple kill for him, and Gabby hidden in the trees will barely survive.
And now he's already up to 1750 gold again. That blink just literally paid for itself.
Yeah, you know, Tundra, when we talk about farming efficiency on the map, especially ancient stacking, big deal for them. We usually talk about it on their own side of the map here. Them taking away Entity's farm is just going to be so debilitating. A big pickup, though. Topson. He'll fall trying to pick up a power rune, but 33 is going to show up and maybe get a rebuttal here. There is the Bedlam out, but the Nether Ward is doing some serious damage. Can they finish up 33? No, they'll both die under the Sandstorm. And Fishman's going to get run down. No tower to protect you here. 9 gets a double. Tundra will go ahead and defend Topson's honor.
Feels like he can have an impact here. Move top is still looming for Entity. They just can't open up the tier 1s right now, which you can't open up the tier 1s for a Naga lineup. There's just nowhere to go.
Smoke rotation from behind, grabs the 2 supports. Picture perfect for 33 once again. You have Watson close by, might be able to help Gabby get out. Yeah, he's going to use the song, forced to use it.
I don't blame him. Put 33 to sleep here and get the hell out. It just smoke in with like max Inkswell in the Sneyking. It's guaranteed chain stun based on how you can cast it now. This combo is even deadlier.
Oh, that is a cute move. He may not be able to get there in time for the stun, but the extra movement speed helps him close the gap on Watson. Watson, of course, using the song to help others. No longer has it to save himself.
9 just setting up everything. One of the best killers in the game. You can have good impact versus these supports, even versus the 2 beefy boys if he finds them with this Orchid second, which he's considering. I agree, like you wouldn't want your Naga to have to be this active, but it might be a game where he has no choice.
Magic burst damage, it's gonna be trouble. He's not living through this one. He didn't even have Song of Siren back up again. If they could catch 33 on its way out, unfortunately, a tornado totally blind throwing that one out did not clip 33.
33 will go back for the pipe as well, so he's gonna, you know, maybe skirt a little bit around scaling directly in the Naga, but this is a really nice item for the team in all these engagements. You're looking at basically only magic damage for Entity.
This might be for the best. Fishman tanks the death instead of Gabby, who they were setting up on for sure.
That was a valuable death.
You're going through the portal, trying to get out of here.
Scanning.
Tundra are in pursuit. Might be able to find one more. Yep. Kataomi does manage to get out the Shadow Realm before the Silence there. Goes for the TP, but the Inkswell can stop it at any time.
3 continuing to control both side lanes here. Would not be surprised to see Tundra continue to try and hold this top tier 1
Dire's top tower
as they want to.
Another example of desperation calling for some moves you wouldn't normally see. Stormstormer trying to cut waves because the Naga Siren just cannot do it by himself, but Tundra had this map locked down.
Just nowhere to go. Open up a bit more space. You can maybe get this primal BKB. That's your big timing. I mean, the BKBs are great versus Tundra's lineup. It negates pretty much everything if you can get there.
Ward, that ward, that ward. It's going to pay off. Got him after the Manta. 33 has the Inkswell to chain the stun onto his epicenter. Beautiful stuff, but if skiter could die. Oh, man, what a dodge. Gabby charges right through that red flag, and now skiter can continue to chase down, surviving through the Ice Blast easily. Tundra, this is just absolute domination.
They even got a gem. So this is Entity preparing to try and win the next fight at all costs. So they have Vision of the Sneyking guaranteed when Gabby goes in with the spell immunity and just try and put it to as much use as they can.
Oh, he almost sniped it.
That was pretty close.
It was pretty much the only thing you could hope for on the side of Entity is, and it looks like Entity may not oblige. Okay, they're gonna smoke up. They're gonna try and do something here. They're gonna pop the glyph now.
I mean, you have to take this fight. This is Tundra just daring you. And if you're not willing to take it, what are you doing in this
They're
game?
actually going outside of the base goal for 9 instead, who is cutting the mid wave. This shows how little faith Entity has in being able to take these fights. 9 may end up falling. They just need a little bit more damage. Please tell me they're going to get something out of this. Okay, they do. Meanwhile, Watson was trying to push some of the heroes away towards that bottom lane, stop them from being able to get here, but they're here now. 33 is going to make jump forward. BKB immediately activated by Stormstormer to protect himself from these stuns. They'll lose their support, but maybe they can get even more. Immediately an Orchid placed onto the Sneyking. Remember, he is tanky with that heart, but they have plenty of damage thanks to Watson now being here. They might just be able to cut 33 down to size, trying to get away over to that haste rune. No such luck. Topson turning it around. Great nether ward with Bowl, but a song. Uh-oh. We've got some heroes with BKB. Topson. He's gonna probably activates his. Immediately tries to get away. Stormstormer into the invisibility. Hiding out skiter nicely. The Pulverize is gonna be able to grab Topson while he's magic immune. They know that magic immune is running out soon. Topson needs the help. Where can he get it? He's not gonna get it anywhere. Entity somehow making this comeback work for them.
Even got the Weaver buyback that turns into absolutely nothing for 9. Just crushed his economy. Value in it is better than the offensive amp here. Right, like him getting that Mage Slayer build-up, getting extra magic resist, that seems really nice for Tundra's lineup. Whether he can actually get in here and use an active off it, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of Dispel building up.
Ice Blast on cooldown. Tundra is more than willing to take the fight. Kataomi's going to be in some trouble here. Self-Yules try and protect him. Get off the Terrorize. Does get in onto 3. Group them up together as a result. And Watson Gabby immediately pounce on this opportunity, taking out the back line. Topson and 9's Weaver are both dead. Meanwhile, Skeeter is trying to do what he can, but he can't really touch this Naga Siren too much. Song's going to go out. The BKB means that only his hero can do the damage, so the illusions are rendered totally futile. They don't do anything, and now with 33 caught in a corner, he's going to try and burrow strike over the side. Just for TP out, but they have the vision to be able to stop him. Kataomi's going to make sure he stays dead with a buyback and Yule's usage. 3 dead on the side of Tundra. Heroes that do not have buyback, all of a sudden, Entity.
They're so annoying. It ruins your positioning in a lot of these fights. Just dragging you into awkward positions. But the biggest thing here is Kataomi with this Terrorize on 3. This Primal Beast still has a cheese. Aegis. He's a great cheese target. There's no real anti-healing on Tundra's side.
Yep.
You should almost guarantee get it off in this next fight. Even went Martyr's Plate for the extra tank ability and resist.
I like that. Jump forward here. Did manage to find the real Naga Siren. Not that Tundra going to do a whole lot with that just yet, but if they can kite it out a little bit, Skiter jumping pretty far forward. Got grabbed by the Pulverize before he can get off the Phantasm, and he's dead.
Skiter, you are not the one playing with your food anymore. You are the food. Lingers way too long. No BKB, no Phantasm.
Got the silence, and now the song. Looking to just grab as many heroes as possible. It's only going to be this Weaver, but they also spot Sneyking there in the corner. Nobody has the mobility to stop it though. Topson, smart move. Smokes up with the ninja gear. It immediately runs down the mid lane.
From bottom 3 to top 3, Stormstormer's journey in this game has been everywhere. But he has found his footing now, and he's just in the late game.
Dire's bottom tower is
Tundra,
under attack.
let that momentum slip. We're going to try and claw it back with the smoke forward. A jump onto Gabby. A hard hero to bring down.
They found 9.
Plenty of chain stuns. Yeah, they did find 9, and Gabby gets a half health before he has to use his BKB. Now he's going to charge back in with the Yield Scepter, put on Topson. BKB, Inks 12, both trying to get him out of there. What a grab there with the Soulbind, though. Double stock going out. BKB from Stormstormer trying to get him away. While Watson protects his heroes with the Song of Siren. Activates it now to be able to
BKB
stop
for down.
it. Straight for this Chaos Knight. One-on-one, this carry battle, it is no match.
Stormstormer, 200 HP, 33 got frozen, could not finish his Invoker off.
Even the supports are surviving through this one. Topson in trouble with Gabby and Watson surrounding him. Finally, jump forward from 33 will help finish off the Ancient Apparition, but he's being kited around now. A stun on its way, hiding underneath this Sandstorm. Desperate, trying to keep Entity at bay, but they will come and hit hard with Gabby, charging straight through that Sandstorm and flattening the Scorpion.
That fight almost got turned off of a crazy Sandstorm in the back off 33.
Is an illusion battle, not a hero versus hero. It's all about who's using those illusions more effectively.
And the Hex on Watson, I mean, that fight started off with 9 getting nothing off. He was trying to scout and play aggressive with BKB, hoping that Skiter can somehow create some sort of opening off illusions. Phantasm up in 10.
Gabby, once again, wanting to be the target, trying to be the person to break the smokes, get the information. He's got that cheese still after all. Kataomi blinking forward, trying to get an initiation. 33 gets his jump on the Invoker, immediately the Cataclysm. Skiter already down to half health. Pops his Phantasm, tries to go back to Watson, but Watson is kiting this one out. They don't need to fight him right now. Oh, the Soulbind double pull back in. Could that be good enough? No, the Terrorize pushes away all the Chaos Knight. 33, he jumps in, trying to control up Watson as long as possible, but the song goes off, bails him out, and now he starts healing back up. Gabby's ready to get this going already, popping that trample, wants to be able to lay down these cores. 33 with the Sandstorm trying to protect himself. If those impales can do enough, maybe they can still turn this one. Maybe Tundra still has a chance as Skiter goes back in, trying to go for the big Primal Beast, but he is tickling him. It is not real damage. Topson is draining a lot though. Maybe it's Topson who can do this one, but the silences are still a problem. Out of the BKBs, he's doing what damage he can, but the heart is rectifying any bit of damage that is being done. Entity are healing up time after time, and the Ice Blast will put that heal out of the place. This fight has gone on so long, but no heroes of Entity are dying, and every single one of them of Tundra will fall.
They just can't kill anybody. There's way too much sustain in these types of fights. Now you're just looking at potentially Megas.
Yeah, Tundra, they don't have the buybacks to be able to contest this really with their full squad. This is looking like the buildings are going to die too quickly. Les Topson can somehow persuade them not to hit the buildings and go for him instead. 33
damage.
Jumps forward, two-man Burrow Strike, not too bad. Cataclysm goes down. Thompson's got to dodge that one, but 33 can't dodge anything. Not when he's been grabbed by the Primal Beast. Locked down there. More draining from Topson, and they are going to be able to force Entity back here. They respect the fact that with that buyback from 33, they still could get caught in a sticky situation. They leave that final melee barracks still up. Yeah, and the whole idea we're talking about with the Aghanim Scepter, maybe lowering some of the damage that's coming out from these heroes, particularly the Primal Beast. Maybe he starts doing nothing in these fights. Well, it's only just now here. All these long light drains, he didn't have the Ags.
So at least now you're getting some utility effect out of it.
Yep.
But you cannot rely on this.
Got the Sacrifice Bloodthorn. Watson does not put his hero in danger. He lets Gabby charge for it. You said, you take him out. I'm going to wait for that second life. And sure enough, Skiter does a buy. He immediately buys back. Soulbind onto 2 cores here. Is pretty nice, but the Song of Siren ruins everything.
Look at the blast.
Here comes the Ice Blast, lined up, goes straight for 9 and Topson. Topson pops his BKB, trying to kite backwards. Gabby's going to be the target once again, puts himself forward, gets to the Dispel, turns around, goes for Topson without that BKB. Yeah, they'll just pound those bounds into dust.
Skiter finally back. He still has no Phantasm for 9, however.
Yeah, he's doing absolutely no damage with just his hero. In fact, he pops the BKB, and now he doesn't do anything as Gabby once again grabbing a hold of these heroes, not letting them go anywhere through this one. Runs over the Sneyking as well, and Entity do it. A comeback, one of the biggest disparities, one of the fastest disparities in this playoff so far. Tundra had a full lead, and he held on and turned the game fully around.
That is not a game I expected to come back that swiftly, and it just turned on a dime. Ever since that one fight, Entity never looked back, never lost another engagement. Stormstormer was below 9. Didn't even matter. I mean, if you're Tundra, you come out of that game, you're like, what the hell else are we supposed to do? Or what the hell is this lineup supposed to do? And you can go back to some of the itemization here on 33, on Topson, right? Maybe you go for slightly more aggressive items, higher damage items, whatever it is. But ultimately, at a certain point, these fights just started to look impossible because there's no physical damage combination with the Weaver bug going through. You can't take these core heroes down, and there's so much sustain in the Hearts, the Magic Resist, and the Bloodthorn, the Martyr's Plate. AA is negating your healing. That differential, way too much to overcome. But man, what a comeback. At one point, Endy were down. I remember looking at it. They were down 14 levels. This is not an easy matchup for Bat. It used to be a lot better. Bat's laning has been nerfed. Zeus has the escape mechanism. Does have perfect CS for the first 2 waves and has that bottle rush. So Stormstormer, he's probably just going to look to get his farm and take over the map more than necessarily shut Topson down.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get to some BKBs on the side of Entity, you're having a pretty good time in the team fight, I think. But this is another game where Tundra can play really fast, and already once more 9 off to a pretty fast start, though Watson will get the rebuttal. You're looking at Furion Monkey King supports. This is a support duo that wants to just come out guns blazing and run the map.
Entity are going to be the ones making the first move here. Not the move that Stormstormer really wanted out of this one as he runs into 9. He's going to try and chase him down and might be successful in doing so. He's getting a lot of sticky napalms on him.
He wants Wisdom Rune.
Oh, yeah, he does. You're right. Topson's going to be able to make the connection, though. Trying to go for it, push him away, but it's not good enough. They grab the lasso. That will burn out 33 ever so barely, but it is not looking great for Entity as not only do they claim that Wisdom Rune of theirs, it's going to be a slow death.
He's living here, I think.
Yeah, actually, Decay.
This is going to be close, man. Fishman with the jukes today. Just no mana left. Topson had to get refilled.
Got another Decay coming in soon. Topson, though, will finally show up. The raindrop's still enough. Another round of Decay. You know he's dead. But he cost him an extra, like, solid 30 seconds there.
Watson, thank you. That's a full level for me. I don't have to deal with any of these.
That's a Fishman highlight reel if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that genuinely is. That's why that man dies so much. So when he does die at the right time, it makes you work for it.
Yeah, he's very practiced at it. Very sacrificial player. Sneyking going to be pulled back. The X-Torrent, not a problem for Gabby. That is also going to be an issue. I guess you've got the combination of damage over time. You got the fire and water. You got the water part combined with the damage over time from this Bat Rider. So they've got a ton of area that is just going to be tons of damage being thrown around. You don't want to play into it.
Probably some lore implications. Watson gets the Doom implication.
Yeah, Skiter knows, hey, if they're making that move in the top lane, they're not trying to help out their carry at all. I've got to vacate the premises here. The rest of his team is going to be following him. They're
TP'd back bottom.
Behind.
Skiter's just double dodging all these ganks right now. Doing his best to disappear on the map. They'll have to resort for a 33 kill.
Yeah, they'll get that one instead. Pull them back into the magic missile. Will be good enough. Stormstormer on a killing spree. Something that the panel said they very much need Stormstormer to have a lot of momentum if Entity wants to be able to win this game. Yeah.
It's all been Stormstormer on the map. 3-1.
No,
Bot's done.
He just has a magic wand win lace and then some consumables.
Takes another self-stun. Still damage here.
Getting so much trying to dodge, but
there's some damage.
The success. Oh no, not so successful. Watson gets off the Sunder last second.
And again, where's the connection for these plays, right? If Topson's going in, he's going to fight this with an ult. Low early game for Tundra.
Yeah, they got to be feeling a bit nervous, especially after being down a game in this series.
Bottom, Arcane Rune off the smoke.
Chemical Rage on cooldown. You could drag him back, and there's no chance of him out-regenning the damage.
Game is turning into the Stormstormer show right now.
Yep.
Level 9 bots are done, and
like you said, he sees the Bat Rider, and then he just promptly goes to farm that camp anyway.
That was a little insane, yeah. I mean, Tom just figures, like, if he dies there, I mean, what are you supposed to do, right? You can't stop playing Dota just because someone gets a rune. Another self-stun.
Pulls him back pretty deep here. That's going to be into the X boat as well. An additional bit of burst damage. Is it enough? The raindrop helping to protect him, but the damage over time does do its work. Tundra are here with all 4 heroes, though, so maybe they can collect on Gabby, but now Entity, the supports are showing up. Oh, immediate doom put onto the Undying. No tombstone here, it seems.
Didn't even have I don't know if they had that read, but nonetheless, they will shut Fishman down.
They have a Doom on their side as well. This is a lineup with Furion on top of all of that. Is supposed to be printing money constantly, and the net worth chart is pretty much even. They have 1,000 net worth lead, but it's really not as much as it needs to be. Another pick off here. The Doom is going to be found here in the top lane. Entity are bringing a lot of heroes to these kills constantly, which is another reason why they're not able to quite keep up with Tundra in net worth, but turning that kill into a Roshan is a nice little move that you could do with an Undying. Stormstormer is going to need some help in the mid lane, though, and they're already seeping to try and bail him out. They're going to catch 9 as he tries to get away, but pulled back by the X.
That was a defusal rush for the Monkey. This is 9 wanting to get aggressive on the map, try and force something. So that's where if Entity gets split up on this map, it's not going to feel great for them. But if they get into the 5-on-5s around the objectives, which this Aegis should allow them to do,
so
the highlights of Snaking's career.
Tundra want to draw out the game. Is that what you're saying? It's a shocker.
Well, yeah.
Jump in. As we say that, they're the ones to make a quick move to blow up Fishman. Does he get caught on the way out, though? Kataomi, if he gets close enough, can get the swap in. They're running into the Wukong's command. They don't give a damn, apparently. Kataomi swaps back to Batrider, finished off 9 before he gives up his life for that. So 1 for 1 in the supports there after Fishman dies. Tundra are positioned to hit the tower some more, which is almost dead.
It's going to be close.
3-man smoke up from Entity.
This is your Scotty. This is a big timing for Watson. You really want a full-out team fight out of this. You have all the utility to back it up. You have drums, you have solar.
They have the scan.
You have pipe. Just need a target to hit, and there's a Yules and a dodge.
He's going to hop away, swap back though. Topson still going to be caught and killed. Very important that Entity got something out of that smoke. They still may be trading out Kataomi, Glimmer Cape maybe. Oh, Rabbi, okay. There we go.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's all about kiting him out in the fights. Getting to a point where Skiter can just play aggressively because he's going to Octarine on this Alchemist. This Alch is not going to be tanky at all.
There goes that Nature's Wrath, but
they were thinking about fighting the Tormentor.
Yeah. Thought about it for 3 whole seconds.
See, Topson knew better than me, man. What would have been the point of Phylactery in this? I don't think he's cast a spell on an enemy hero in 15 minutes.
Yeah, actually, this might be like the lowest hero damage a Zeus has ever done by 34 minutes. Because Tundra are just not fighting. They are playing a game that is very different, which is
they're trying to fight this.
They are. They're actually doing a lot of damage. The supports are getting a little bit low, and all of a sudden, 33 and Topson, they both show up to this fight. Immediately, Doom going to put onto the Batrider, forcing out that BKB. Kataomi will eventually die underneath the acid spray.
Skiter, he knows Stormstormer has to heal right now. Why not force the issue?
Got up the blade mail before he got stunned. Blocked out by the Sprout. Really can't go too far, but he can push him inside the base. What a brilliant move from Gabby. Watson really takes advantage of that, and he brings down 33. Slows down Skiter a little bit. Can he catch up, though?
Just
needs
no meta.
more teammates.
Nothing to stick with this Scotty on the Terrorblade if he doesn't have the range for him here. They don't, though. I feel like Watson's cleaning him up.
Are scanning.
He's gonna run into the Ward Sentry that's there farther on the right. He ran to the scan. They know he's still here, and they're gonna find him. The Shadow Blade now put on cooldown.
All right, big pickoff. That's one of the ratting supports, so it should give you some time and some freedom to get these lanes and set something else up here. They have a really good refresher shard lineup, though. On pretty much any of their heroes, it does some serious work, right? I think Puka is the most logical one here with double park, double boat, double wave. I know people are going to hate me for that statement. I guess versus Doom, cheese is not amazing. We'll see. Another smoke by Tundra.
Wow, Entity on the low ground here, really grouped up.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is opportunity. Surely Skiter jumps in, immediately trying to blow up the Undying, but a swap back in from Kataomi is going to be able to bail him out. The X marks the spot, pulls Skiter back in, but look at knife. He got the Judger in with the Wukong's command, but the Alchemist is being blown apart by the Watson. They have the control and they have the damage, and they will make good work of it. This is the opening that Entity has been waiting for. Finally, Tundra made a move, tripped over their own feet, and now Entity will take a lead here.
Alk does not do any direct damage. It's just remote spellcasting pretty much. And Skiter tries his best to burst to support. Doesn't even look close.
Couldn't get through it. Lincoln's 33 actually making the jump in here, seeing if they can finish off Watson without using the jump, but he gets off the Sunder, and that's now trouble. He forced that down. Skiter, Tidal Wave trying to get him, pull him out. Boat coming in. There's the water park. It's not something they can fight into, so it's going to be a dieback on Skiter. Nobody can come in and save him. And look at Watson. He doesn't give a damn about that, dude. He just seems on going to town. Now he's going to run down Topson as well. Looks to be able to toss himself up in the air. Enough time for a jump. Can he jump away? He's got it now, but he'll fall anyway. And that's no buyback on him. Two heroes, no buyback. The most farmed heroes on the side of Tundra, and grab that third core. Pull him back in. Tundra have totally fallen apart. They pushed this game a solid 40 minutes, but in 2, it'll end.
They have Doom buy with no Doom. Meta be damned. Watson's going to end this game right here, right now.
They surely are. Xrx's spot with the swap going out there. Wukong's command, but it's a support Monkey King. Who cares? Ignore it. Watson is ending this game right now. There's nothing you could do to stop him. Throw all the spells you want. You don't have the stuns. You don't have the damage to stop this Terrorblade.
He still has no meta.
Yeah, he's doing it all melee style.
It just doesn't damn matter. You don't have a single carry left in this game to fight the one that is the rank 1 Watson.
And that is it. The TI11 winners are eliminated by Entity 2-0.
That is not an outcome I think a lot of people were expecting, especially for Tundra, who were so strong in that group stage, faltered a little bit at the end, found themselves in the lower bracket, and then find themselves against a very familiar opponent. And Entity just come out guns blazing here. Game 1 with an impressive comeback. In Game 2, it felt a little slow, it felt a little clunky, but in these end fights, you go back to the itemization on Tundra, like, what is it building towards, right?
Yeah.
It just felt like you have to throw everything on Watson, and then what? And even when they did throw everything on Watson, he just stands there and kills them.
And as frustrating as that gameplay was for Entity trying to catch Tundra all over the map, you could tell they maintained discipline. They understood, we will get that opening eventually. And Tundra gave it to them. And boy, did Entity take full advantage of it. Amazing stuff from Entity. This 2-0 against Tundra keeps them alive in this lower bracket, but it does mean we're going to be saying goodbye to the TI winners. As, you know, they had an amazing run last year. Stayed in that upper bracket, one of the most dominant victories in the entire time. But, you know, they come here at TI12. You said they had their moments this year. It did look like they were getting back into shape, but when they needed it most, unfortunately, just wasn't able to put it together.
No, and Entity maybe find some momentum in this lower bracket, right? This is a very scary team if they start to get that ball and their strategy working with Watson in that like 4 protect 1 type situation. Very scary team to go with.